Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Uncanny X-Men number 527. There's going to be some spoilers, so if you haven't read your book, then come back later. I would like to first say that the art is horrible as usual, and it's very distracting at times because Wallace can't get or Willis, I should say, whatever his name is, can't get Emma Frost to look the same for more than a couple pages at a time. Now, what we have here at the beginning is this is the new of the New Mutants that appeared on that blip screen, and he's kind of freaking out in a way. His body's not acting right, and they've gone through regular medical type treatments, and it's just not working. He's going nuts. Now, right here, the last panel ends with Psylocke and Cecilia, or whatever her name is, coming in. Now, let me point out, this is the first of... Alright, this part is but when you look here, it's kind of like they look like mannequins when they come in the room. And it's just really bad. Very distracting. So next up we have Tony and Emma. And if you remember the last issue, they're having their dinner. And if you now try to remember the way she looks here, because I guarantee you she's not going to look the same way again. Now, basically what's going on is Tony is saying that he knows about the deal with Cap and Scott, so he's making her the same deal. Let's get the X-Men out of the shadows, become a part of the superhero universe, join everybody else. No secrets. After the dinner, you have Emma going to the prison that's under the thing, and she's checking in on Sebastian Shaw, and because obviously she doesn't think that he's fully under. Okay, next up we're back at the New Mutant's house, and you can see he's kind of spazzing out, and he just basically disappears. His essence is in the room, but he's gone. So Psylocke uses her abilities to contain him. Then we go to Wolverine and Cyclops, and Wolverine's giving him some counseling, I guess you could say. Next up, we have Emma with Peter and Kitty. And Peter wants to know what Kitty's thinking, and she's against it, but you can imagine what they're thinking with that expression. So... next up, we go back to the house again. Hope's there now, and they're like, the parents are like, well, what can you do? You're just a kid. And then this one's like, well, basically I was in the same situation and in great pain, and if she could help me, she can help your son. So Hope goes into the room, and then basically she searches for him with her powers, and while she's doing that, Emma's getting around, because now she's having lunch with Namor, and I think it looks like that's a new artist. I think, let's see, penciled by, yeah, there's another artist. Looks like took over. And basically, Emma and Namor are having a discussion, and Namor's like, well, this is the best thing I got when I was above ground, and it's basically a sushi shop. Well, Namor wants to make some advances towards Emma, and she basically says, keep that small green thing in your pants because you're not getting any. And he's basically saying, well, you call yourself a queen, you deserve a king, and then Emma's like, well, look at what Scott did during the war, and he's like, yeah, I saw what he did during the war, but let's see what he does after, now that his Messiah has arrived. So we get back to Hope. She searches and searches. She finds the kid and pulls him back into our world. Now apparently he's been running, or he has the impression that he's been running, and he's been in some kind of alternate space, because time has really gone on the long period, gone quicker for him, because his hair is grown, he's got a beard, his fingernails, and he wants to know basically how long he's been running. And at the very end, Emma goes back to Sebastian Shaw, And she says, "Sleep tight, you bastard." And then if you notice, he's got a frown, but in the next panel, he's got a smile. So basically, he's playing possum, and now we know who an upcoming villain's going to be once they deal with the Hope situation. Now, overall, art aside, because that's really the worst part of this book, and I understand that Marvel got him just because he's a big Image name type thing, but I really wish they got him off. Matt Fraction's doing a pretty decent job of setting the stage for the future. At least, you can see where he's planting seeds, where he's like, okay, here's, your new mutants that are gonna start coming out, and then now here's your future villain type thing. And he's basically going through, which I'm actually kind of glad about. He's dealing with Cyclops or Scott and the effects of the war, because we had, Kurt dying, and there were other mutants that were dead or killed during that, awesome battle. So, he should have some kind of, I don't want to say trauma, but he should have some emotional effects lingering from that. He shouldn't be able to just walk away like it was nothing. So overall, I think this is a good jumping on period, since they're reintroducing things, and we'll see where it goes from there. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. And how many people out there would you say were basically tricked into thinking that Emma is going to be having affairs with Namor and Tony Stark? I didn't think so, personally. I just figured that was just going to be their way of trying to trick tricking the fans into seeing what's going to happen. For the most part, I think Emma's going to, is committed to Scott, and the only thing that I can see that's going to break that up is the return of Jean. So if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to post it. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more reviews up.